Hello, Janine. Welcome. Hello, hello. Welcome to our talk today, to our interview, which is on the occasion of Unmasked 2 exhibition in aquabitArt Gallery. Yeah,
Yes.
and here in the Unmasked 2, you are represented with several works, and we will talk about them today. About the background, about your ideas, how did you come to them, how you created them, but also about some future plans. And as in these interviews, the unmasked interviews, I will ask you 3 questions, which are the same questions for every artist. And we will use these questions for giving an insight into your work and of course your plans, what's coming next. So the works which we see in the back, these are the so-called chips, and the snapshots, the 3 very new works which were created for this exhibition, snapshots. It's very important to say that your favorite material or the favorite medium which you are using is nail polish, and we will come to see them in detail. In the back space of the gallery, there are more works of you from you, and a little bit later we will go there. But okay, so let's start with the first question.
Yes, great.
Where do you see the connection to the theme Unmasked in the exhibited works?
Yeah, well, so let's just jump right in.
Yes.
So as you said, like my favorite material, or I would also say like my chosen material for now is nail polish, or for let's say actually the past 5 years. So I'm really excited also about talking later about the next plans and what I'm about to do. But for now, yes, it's nail polish, and as you know, or as many of you might know, like nail polish is a material that is a mixture between alcohol and acid. So if you use it and the amount of, as I do, like for example, for one painting, I need up to 800 bottles of nail polish. You can imagine the smell, the scent you have in your nose, and also like you just need a mask. So that is something that I'm really used to in my work, and that is more like really a pattern in my work, in my everyday work. So I'm like, well, I would say this is, of course, a connection, because working for me means putting on a mask. That's
and this is a very cool big mask, actually, like different than the ones we know.
Yes, I have several masks. So like the ones you saw, or the one you can also see in the video in the gallery, is like a full mask, like a shield, where I can move from one part of the studio to another part easily, because it's not attached to anything. But then I also have like another mask where I'm working like in a full bodysuit and look like an astronaut, and have also like a how's it called, like a wind machine behind me attached to my back. And then I also have like small masks that just cover my mouth. For example, I used to do the chips that you can see behind you. So it depends on what size I'm working on, and on what impact I'm well, let's say if it's like only a little amount of vinegar and acid, it's not that important to have like the full cover bodysuit. But if it's like 800 bottles, it's important just to protect yourself. I think the most worst thing that could happen is like I would be really drunken if I wouldn't use a mask.
Yeah.
Because alcohol and vinegar, it just goes into your body. And
yes, that's what we know when we are making our like nail polishing our fingers. Yeah, you can feel it, of course. But now coming back to the chips, I would like to show some of them, and in the same time, I would like to know some more backgrounds. How did you create them, or why did you create such kind of little artworks, which are so cute and so you want to have them all, or me at least.
Um, well, I think I came up with the idea. Yes, this is one. Oh, great. Yeah, within my residency in New York, I spent there in 2018 half a year, and I was, I think I saw like a very well, one of the very last shows I saw from Damien Hirst in Chelsea, and of course there was like his typical dot paintings as well. And then I had like I thought to myself, well, this is something that is really, well, everybody knows about that within the art market. So that was, of course, one influence that was already there. But then I also had the idea of I would like to paint in New York and have the possibility to take my paintings very easily to one gallery, to another gallery. So I really thought,
Good idea.
Yeah, so I thought, well, if you do it really tiny, then that is something you can carry very easily. And that was the idea, and also ended up in a show there at Silas von Morvis Gallery in New York with the chips I showed. So that was somehow, well, maybe a successful idea. But anyhow, like I was really interested also in the working process itself, because as you can see, it's very detailed. It's hand painted, which I normally don't do because I use a machine to work with nail polish and to produce paintings. So that is something I did especially for the time there in New York. And of course, the things that surround you that make an impact on you. And like it is just an everyday basic thing to go to a beauty salon once a week and have your nails done. And there's like a shop like on every street corner, and it's just what you have to do. So I read an article also in the New York Times about the working conditions there, and yes, beautiful. And
I cannot stop.
oh, do that. That's great. And I just imagined myself, okay, that is really like a hard job for 10 hours a day and only earning like $4.50 or something. That article I just can recommend it because it's about the working condition of Asian women in New York. But anyhow, I just wanted to put myself in that position as well, and just thinking about the material nail polish in that way as well. So it's not only like a beautiful color, it has also something like political in our everyday life. And this is just how I ended up with this idea of, you know, using like chips, also coming from the saying chipped nails. I got chipped nails, so I have to go to the beauty salon because they're chipped. And just painting dots. Yes, and as you can see, as we installed them there, or as we installed them in New York, it has like it reminds you maybe more or less of the Hirst dot paintings, but other than the Hirst, like the painting itself is within that very tiny space. So it was very surprising for me that there can be so much things going on such a tiny place, and that was something I really enjoyed until now. So I'm still working on the serious chips. The only difference now is maybe that it's gotten more monochrome with the time.
More monochrome, exactly. Yes. Here I can show one monochrome one, and through this red dot.
Yes. You can still see like the fluid, how it was flowing.
Yeah.
So you can still, yeah.
And this is a very good connection, I think, to the new series of 3 paintings called Snapshots,
Yes.
which you created. They've been almost wet when they came to the gallery. Well, okay, like you can a little bit. You can smell the nail polish. So. What was the idea with these ones? They are more monochrome, actually, right? So
yes, they're more monochrome than the paintings I used to paint for the past 3 years or something. The thing is, we could talk hours about that. You know, I could say much more about the chips and all the different connections there. But anyhow, we have to move forward. So about the new paintings, this is something that was very new for me to use, like this new color pattern, because I was like for the past 3 years, I was really committed to a color pattern that was mostly black, red, and golden or beige colors and white, because I really like to just work with that contrast. Black and red is just something that is very strong for me, and I really enjoy that color pattern. But well, I would say because also of a public project I did last year, I won like a work in public space, like a competition where I had to come up with an idea for a huge mural, like a wall painting that was 300 meters long. And the idea behind it, it's also, well, it's finished already. It's in Munich. If you ever have a chance to go there, go there. It's Leuchtenbergring is the...
I will go in every case. I already saw a lot of photos of it and I love this work.
Thank you so much. Yes, and the idea behind it is if you ever stand at the wall, it should be like a feeling as if the district is overflowing because there's so much paint coming over this wall. Like it seems to just being, you know, like a drip down painting. But
yes,
for the color concept itself, it was very important for me to have like a idea that puts everything together. And also because of the pandemic and everything that we experienced last year, it was just also a coincidence because I actually came up with the idea in 2019. I wanted to reflect and to use the colors of the world's flag. So of course, as we all know, there's just every color that you can imagine on the 194 flags of the world. So I just had to force myself to use like a rainbow pattern. That was it. And that was something new for me because I'm not used to working with yellow, like on a big scale and well,
this
purple
yellow
and things like that. That was really something new for me, but also something, now I really like it. It's something freeing, it's something refreshing, and I think I will continue like that for this year.
This
Yes.
is a very good, again, connection to the next question. And this is, did the last year change something in your way of work, in your praxis, and if yes or if no, why? And here we are moving to the back side, or the other side of the gallery, and I'm showing here my absolute favorite piece. So tell me, did something change in your praxis?
Yes, it did. I think I would say like for mostly of my colleagues, it changed something because, as I told you in the beginning, like I was very used to working with protection within my work. And as I had to do it, as we all had to do it in my everyday life out of the studio as well, because we just had to protect ourselves, I'm very much drawn to a new way of painting. And I also came up with, you know, like a new idea where I might and the working cycle of nail polish as you can see it there. And just right now working on a way of, as I always did, thinking of paint and what paint can be. So as I used nail polish for paint, I will be using something other that can be paint as well in the next future, but it won't be nail polish, so that will be a surprise.
So you're interested in a different medium. This is also interesting to see what's coming up.
Yes.
In the background here, we changed our backgrounds now, and here these are the small additions which we can see. These are also these are three paintings from edition 2 and 3, like different ones, and I would like to show them near to the camera. Yes. Is there a connection to Unmasked there?
With those miniature paintings, well, just as I said, well, they were really one of the very first paper works I did. So it was like the very first beginning of, you know, me not using a canvas, but using paper and making it like with the same procedure almost as you see it on the chips, but it was not so much me actually using the brush and painting it. It was still the same concept of letting the paint flow onto the paper. So that is the difference between chips and here the miniature series, the editions.
So you'll be moving the paper in this case more.
Yes. Yes, yes.
Yes, you can see this flow very well. This is mixing colors. They are very beautiful. And now when we are here in the backspace of the gallery, which is back or front space, as you like to see it, we are approaching this disappearing in the white artworks from you, which I will show now. And these are the so-called signet rings for women in art, or for everybody. And I have one here. So tell us a little bit more about that, even that a lot of people, a lot of women in art know already these signet rings. And I would like to hear it from you, from the original source.
Well, I like very much the idea of connecting and networking, and I think that's just one of the most important things you have to do if you work within the art field. And I always envied, like well, sometimes you could see like different men and they had like those huge rings, and then you could ask them, hey, what's that about? That doesn't look like a wedding ring. No, it is a signet ring. It is something that you could have like from a university, where you would like come together in groups, and then you would know, okay, this is like a circle of trust, and whatever might happen, we will wear this ring and we will always stick together, you know. And I really like the idea, and it was really sad that I never saw a ring on like a woman that has maybe like a same purpose. So I just came up with the idea of having a ring for women in art, with women within the art field. So if we would see each other on the streets, maybe not so much in gallery spaces right now, but that might change soon. If we would see each other and see, oh, she is wearing this ring as well, just to connect each other, just to say hi, and yes, just recognize ourselves as women struggling in the art field, working in the art field. And this is not something that is exclusively for women. I also encourage men to buy it and to wear it. It is just in the spirit of supporting women within the art field. As we all know, we're still underrepresented within the art market, and there is no reason for that. We are, by numbers, much more, far much more than men within the art market.
Yeah.
Yes.
And why did you choose this form of
this form? Well, yes, it is a pistil that is wrapping around the finger, and they come in golden and in silver, and you can have them like in a right and a left aligned position, so whatever you want. And I chose that symbol because, of course, like a pistil symbolizes strength and power, and I wanted to somehow use that symbol in also in a humoristic way, but also to, you know, wrap that symbol of power around your finger, so you're like, you are the power now. So that was the idea. So I really like to use that sign and make a jewelry piece out of it. So that was the main idea. And also, as I wanted to have a signet for my everyday business, so like, you know, in the tradition of making a wax sign on your envelope or on your mail, you could really roll that pistil in the wax sign, and then you have like a pistil on your envelope and send that out. And I really like that idea.
I should start using it also. So with my little signet ring.
Yes, and then we can write to each other, you know, not just, you know, texting, but then we can
come back to writing letters and signet them with something very analog, something what we are starting to forget. So okay, and now we are coming. We went through your works, and I would like to know what kind of plans, or what you think about what comes in the future. Of course, nobody can precede, but in which direction you're thinking. So what themes are you interested in the moment, and what would you like to explore soon? The third question.
Yeah, good question. I think what always was the one connecting thing of everything was also a way of creating sustainability and trying to understand the planet Earth. So in this case, like for example, I think for the rings, you know, it's the only sustainable way is if we achieve equality between men and women. So that is also a form of sustainability. But choosing the material nail polish, for example, you would say, where is the sustainability there? Well, it was really a search for a material that is actually, if you find the right producer, just acid, alcohol, and pigments. And I really like that because it's all nature. If you have the right production, the right company that's producing that nail polish. So on the very first glance, everything might be really shiny and beautiful and turn out as a good-looking painting, but there's always the other side of, okay, that was produced by a nail polish painting machine. I didn't do it myself, and what material does it have to be so it can be still sustainable? So that's also like, that's always my main focus. So for the next project, I would say it will be something, I can tell it you right now, but it will be something that is like a new way of painting that is sustainable. Yes.
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 Very well, very well. Now I make a little pause. So thank you very much for this great insights. Now I would like to finish up our a wonderful interview, a very colorful interview, and by showing one other little great unique jewelry here. And saying this is the back side. And I would like to say thank you very much again, Janine. And I'm looking forward to see you very soon.
Yes.
For our finissage of the exhibition. That's what we are planning, a little finissage. And I'm really looking forward to see your new works and new material. I'm totally curious to find out what kind of material is that.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
yes.
so
thank you for giving us the tour. It was great. And I'm very looking forward to seeing it myself in 2 days.
In 2 days, exactly, yeah.
Yes.
No, it will be possible to see each other, like not digital. Okay, so
Good.
see you very soon, Janine, and
Yes.
stay healthy.
You too. Bye, Irina.
Bye.
Bye.